bringing only business credentials to the White House, President Donald Trump wasted no time getting down to business. From Trump Tower to the Oval Office, President Trump made good on his campaign promise to pull the plug on the Pacific Rim trade deal known as TPP.
TPP wasn't the right way, so we're going back to those countries, one-on-one, and that'll be beautiful.
One-on-one, a bilateral approach that's completely different from what existed for decades before.
He believes in negotiation, in the art of the deal, and the power of individual relationships. And in doing so, what he's doing is beginning to undermine the multilateral world order that has existed since World War II. So I think it's a dramatic change in direction.
On trade, President Trump is talking tough, continuing to threaten high tariffs on Chinese imports into the U.S. unless China grants greater access to its market.
His attitude is that China has pushed the United States around, that China has acted unfairly toward the United States, and that it's time to push back.
Even before he officially took office, Mr. Trump, in a highly unusual move, talked down the U.S. dollar, and some experts say there's more of that to come.
He wants to be able to be more competitive in trade, which means he needs a weaker dollar. That campaign is going to take longer because he doesn't yet control the Federal Reserve, which of course has considerable influence on the value of the currency.
Another campaign motto, America First, has been front and center for the president, who met the CEOs of the big three U.S. automakers and other corporate leaders, urging them to make more of their goods domestically.
We want to start making our products again. We don't want to bring them in, we want to make them here.
In return, Mr. Trump has vowed to cut taxes and regulations to make it more attractive for businesses to operate in the United States.
We think we can cut regulations by 75%, maybe more.
While corporate leaders have been lining up to get an audience with the president, not so much with world leaders. British Prime Minister Theresa May was the first to meet Mr. Trump in person since he took office. While May says Britain and the U.S. could cooperate and look at ways to remove trade barriers, a different story with Mexico, a standoff, as a presidential meeting is canceled altogether. President Trump wants to build a wall on the southern border of the U.S. that Mexico refuses to pay for. Amid all the cross-currents, U.S. stock markets rallied to new closing highs in Mr. Trump's first week in office, placing their bets that Mr. Trump's pro-growth plans will be realized. Some experts, though, are not so confident.
What will his answer be when the economy declines, which is inevitable? What will he do then? Not clear to me that he really has any strategy for dealing with that.
If there's one thing that is clear about Mr. Trump's time in office so far, he is following through on some key campaign promises while still leaving room for the unexpected. I'm Sasha Salama for CGTN.